And the question is how you can continue to work with the deities that you worship. And with that said, let's get clear messages for the Querent regarding her spiritual path, her spiritual practice, what she can do to further worship and work with her deities of choice. Let's change out this candle here. All right. The Devil in reverse, Page of Wands, Two of Cups in reverse, Eight of Pentacles in reverse, Ten of Swords, Three of Wands, Ace of Wands, Death in reverse, Queen of Cups in reverse, Three of Cups also in the reverse. Okay, so there's a number of messages here that do indicate things that you could do to further your spiritual practice. In the present, it appears that you, as part of your spiritual practice, are really working to release attachments, things that don't serve you, unhealthy behaviors, is the primary message that I'm getting here. You've got the Page of Wands in the challenge position. And, you know, the pages have a lot to do with communication, and they challenge us in one way or another. But specific to the Page of Wands, this is about expressing a new identity. So again, it seems like you have worked through your old identity. You know, you're working to release your old identity. You're working to improve yourself and further deepen your spiritual practice. So you're definitely changing, because the Devil card is ultimately about some very deep, you know, personal level of transformation and change. And so the Page of Wands here is about expressing this new identity. It's also about exploration. So I get the sense that you are exploring this connection with the deities that you are worshiping, you know, the deities that you're working with, for the improvement of your life. I get the sense that because, you know, this is a page as well, that this is probably a new path for you, a fairly new path for you, and that you're still learning, but definitely looking forward to the connection and the benefits of working with your deities of choice. In the recent past, you made a decision to really focus on self. It's very possible that you were also in a relationship or some sort of partnership, or you had a connection maybe with a friend, and you've decided to walk away from that to be able to focus on yourself. In the future, you have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, and the message that I'm getting is that you're kind of taking the time to think through past cycles, okay, and things you've experienced, and it's kind of like looking back towards the past a little bit and really doing the work to to analyze yourself, to really look at yourself and who you were versus who you are becoming. But I'm also getting the sense that this is a slow process, or you feel that it's been a slow process, and that's fine. This isn't the type of thing that you can rush. On your conscious mind, okay, and the energy that you're giving off to others, others are picking up on these changes. No doubt about it. Because you've got the Ten of Swords here, and so this is the end of ego. This could also signify the end of a particular cycle and the beginning of something new. It can be a very dark time as well. Typically the darkest hour right before the dawn. And so all of these cards here collectively do speak to this really major shift. But it's kind of, plodding along as it should. It isn't anything that necessarily feels rushed to me. In the subconscious mind, this is what you have in your internal heart space. This is what's really driving you. You've got the Three of Wands. So with the Three of Wands, this is certainly an energy of growth, okay? But the Three of Wands is also about taking steps to move forward in a new direction. You've already been inspired. You had the main, idea. You had that initial drive, that initial push. You've done some planning. You've been patient, okay? You were trying to really broaden your horizons and perspective, right, at some point. And now you've moved past those energies. And what you have here in the subconscious mind is this Three of Wands energy. So again, highly inspired. It speaks to spirituality, so the growth of spirituality as well. Could be also the growth of creativity and that growth of inspiration. But the Three of Wands is actually embarking on that journey. And it sounds like you already have. But again, another card that to me just confirms and represents that this is still something that is fairly new, or in the newer, stages of development here. In the advice section, you've got the Ace of Wands, okay? So this is yet another breakthrough moment. You're going to continue to learn and acquire new knowledge and new information, things that are going to continue to inspire you, okay? You've already started this process, but I see continued transformation here. From the Ace of Wands going through death, you also have another three here, also in the reverse. So this is area of focus. But before we jump ahead too far, the external influence here, okay, what's going around you, what's happening around you, what you're seeing happening is that things are changing. So change the way you look at things, and the things that you are going to look at will change. So death here speaks to, again, great personal transformations, similar to the Devil card here. Now this could be appearing in the form of some kind of external influence. And take that as that resonates, and we can also pull some additional clarification cards to get a better sense of what this could be potentially. But because it's also in the reverse, there could be an additional message here, not to resist it, okay? Not to resist this change, which can be painful at times, okay? It can also come along quite suddenly. And with the Queen of Cups here in reverse as well, she sits in the hopes and fears position, but the Queen of Cups in reverse also speaks to self-nurturing, like a self-nurturing kind of energy. She's someone that's very in touch with her emotions as well, okay? She can deal with challenges calmly. So if there's some, upsets and things that may occur as you continue your spiritual path, which may result in changes within a number of things to include your relationships. A lot of times, when we are vibing higher or vibrating at a new frequency, we tend to lose some of the people around us. But we also tend to attract new relationships, and not necessarily romantic, I mean different, types of connections. And so with the Queen of Cups here in reverse, the message is to take care of yourself, okay? Okay, going back to the Death card. You've got the Chariot here in reverse. So, you know, I get the sense that, again, this is a fairly new journey for you. You've got the Page of Pentacles here. Another page. And this particular page has a lot to do with apprenticeship, you know, learning something new, okay? And so it seems like you're somewhat resisting or hesitant, perhaps to deepen your practice or further your practice. You are very much seeking information, it seems like. And with the Chariot here in reverse, you know, you're kind of pausing a little bit on just going forward, which actually brings additional clarity to me regarding the Queen of Cups. She's highly intuitive. You need to follow your intuition, okay? And the messages, just allow the messaging to come through, okay? Allow that intuition to really come through to guide you on what it is that you need to do exactly and how to best continue in your spiritual practice. Now, in the outcome position here, you've got the Three of Cups also in reverse. So this isn't the time to socialize. This might be a time to do some of that inner work or just, you know, focus on self again. We had that earlier with the Three of Cups also in the reverse. This can speak to, you know, focusing on self, self-love even. At a minimum, what I see here is that in the future, potentially, you're going to withdraw a little bit, maybe from, you know, just socialization, not necessarily friends and family or groups, but wanting to go within further. And you're going to do that to tap into your intuition here. Okay, let's get additional messages for the current. Inspired actions, things that she can actually do to deepen her connection with her deities of choice. So, you know, you've got the Page of Swords here. And the Page of Swords is, I'll pull a couple more here, okay? You've got Emperor, got it. So the Page of Swords is a lot of analysis, okay? It's studying. It's thinking things through. It's a highly analytical card, actually. So yeah, there's going to be some learning here. There's going to be some research and things like that that are going to have to take place. But it's high, you know, it's high energy. I'm looking at this and thinking, with the Seven of Wands here in reverse, you may be a bit guarded. So I think you're being careful as to the information, the kind of information that you're letting in. I don't get the sense that you are necessarily just listening to anybody about what to do and how to do it. You've got the Emperor here, so I feel like you're looking for structure, or, you know, like a structured approach or way of doing things, you know, looking into rituals, for example, things like that. But there's also a level of, you know, just rigidity here as well. So perhaps this is an aspect of your personality, and you're certainly taking this very seriously, but you want to make sure that you're doing it right, okay? And you're looking at things through the lens of your own experience, which is absolutely fine. The Emperor, as a fatherly figure, could potentially also maybe point to a mentor. So it's possible that you may want to consider reaching out to others that may have more experience than you or can teach you. I'm not saying necessarily a guru or anything like that, but because the Seven of Wands also speaks to me about community. So while you may be guarded, these various wands represent other individuals that are either expressing themselves or, you know, coming at you, quote unquote, with something, typically unsolicited inputs and things like that, which you may be entirely closed off to with the energy here of the Emperor. However, you may want to consider giving that some thought, because you've got all these threes around here, and threes also speak to, you know, working in groups. Okay, additional messages for the current. All right, so you've got some additional positive cards here for the potential outcome. You are going to ultimately attain emotional fulfillment here. With this path, you're going to have your breakthrough moment. And you're going to have the materialization of something. So it could be the materialization of a spiritual practice that you feel fully connected with, that you resonate with, and a practice that you're actually going to, you know, just be kind of consistent and firm with. So something's coming together for you here with the Ace of Pentacles too. And it is going to make you happy. So this is a really great sign. All right, I'm going to pull some oracle messages for you from the Spirit deck. Spirit guides, oracles, messages for the current. Okay, celebration. With the Three of Cups here, it could also signify celebration. Your joy guides remind you to celebrate all of the accomplishments, large or small. The Divine Soul speaks to psychic awareness. You may have this as a gift. Again, we talked about tapping into your intuition and allowing your intuition to bring you the information that you seek, the knowledge that you seek, okay? That's psychic awareness. Death, okay? You've had death pulled before, actually. And the guardian angels, they're letting you know that if there are changes, major changes within you, the death of the ego, you know, death of bad habits, elimination of things that don't serve you, your guardian angels are with you throughout this entire time to really guide you through this. And we'll pull one more for you. Look at that, beautiful. You've got devotion. The nature spirits are present with you as well as you embark on this spiritual path. The nature spirits also advise to connect with nature. It's an excellent way to ground yourself and to also receive messages from the spirit world. Okay, that's all that I have for you. Thank you, and best of luck on your journey.